Yo, what's poppin' Pokepals? Rare Boy here, and I'm back with another impossible Pokemon challenge. Today we're gonna find out if it's possible to beat Pokemon Gold with only a Duskull. The reason why I chose Duskull is because just look at its stats. Aside from its defenses, this Pokemon has pretty terrible stats, and it certainly isn't helped by Gen 2's limited move pool. Before we can even begin our challenge, we first need to edit Togepi's internal data so that it becomes Duskull. I edited its typing, base stats, TM and HM compatibility, and level up moveset. For anyone wondering why I edit Togepi, it's because you don't normally run into a wild or trainer-owned Togepi during a normal playthrough of Pokemon Gold, which will make for the most authentic experience. Also, Duskull's sprite will be edited over Togepi's in post, and since Togepi has a small sprite, it makes it easier for me to edit over. Now that Duskull is in our game, let's review the rules of the run. The first rule is that I'm only allowed to use Duskull in battle. We are allowed to capture other Pokemon for HM usage, but they cannot assist Duskull by any other means. The second rule is that I'm not allowed to use items in battle. Held items such as leftovers are okay, but using items such as X items or Hyper Potion are banned until the battle has ended. And finally, no glitches or exploits will be used to complete this game. It's just a normal playthrough of Pokemon Gold, but with the Duskull. With the rules explained in our Duskull in-game, let's jump into some gameplay. The first thing I do is pick up Duskull from Professor Elm's lab. For this run, I replace Cyndaquil so our rival takes Totodile. It doesn't matter what starter our rival chose, so I made him go with his cannon starter. I name our little Reaper Grimmy. With Grimmy on the team, it's time to conquer the Johto region. On my way back from Mr. Pokemon's house, we encountered our rival for the first time, who was easily taken care of thanks to Nightshade. Believe it or not, Nightshade is going to be our best attack for this run for all non-normal type opponents. Speaking of normal types, I had a grind in this grass off of Caterpies and Metapods to reach level 14, where I learned Foresight, because youngster Joey's Rattata blocks us from progressing with its normal typing. To my surprise though, I found out that Foresight only works on normal type moves against ghost types, not the other way around. This led to me PP stalling against his Rattata, only for me to lose to his struggling Rattata. Never mind the Elite Four, youngster Joey's the real threat here. After breaking my finger on spamming the A button, I depleted all of my attack and defeated youngster Joey with the struggling Duskull. Until I learn Pursuit, this is the only way I'll be able to progress, because a majority of the Pokemon in this route, both in the wild and owned by trainers, are normal types. After struggling my way to the top of Sprout Tower, I defeated Sage Master Lee and obtained the HM for Splash, which is a necessity if Grimmy makes it to Mount Silver this run. I take on Faulkner at level 16, and this match could have gone south real quick if not for our massive defense stat, since Faulkner has some normal types that can actually hit us. We beat him though, not easily, but with this victory we get the TM for Mudslap, which I guess is better than Struggle. We took on Bugsy at level 20, and thanks to him not having a single normal type on his team, we Nightshade his 3 Pokemon for an easy victory. Unfortunately for us, our rival fight didn't go so well, because both Ghastly and Zubat are threats. Ghastly can paralyze us with Lick, and Zubat's Supersonic and Bite combo really does a number on us, as you can see in this match. On my next attempt, we didn't get messed up by either Ghastly or Zubat, and when Croconaw came out, I made a pro gamer move and disabled his water gun, leaving him with nothing but normal type moves so we could defeat him untouched. We lucked out on Whitney as Clefairy thankfully didn't get good RNG with Metronome, and Miltank really could have messed us up with the rollout, but she missed a turn 3 rollout which reset its power, and we won with just 14 HP left. I tried Mori after taking on every last trainer in the area, but we couldn't beat him, not at this level at least. I'll have to try again when Duskull gets stronger. I went back into the fight at level 48, and at this level we could easily one-shot Ghastly with Pursuit. We got a crit on Haunter for a one-shot on him as well, and then for Gengar, we used Confused Ray to immobilize him as we take him down untouched. Morty's last Haunter got a Nightshade off on us, but other than that, we took no damage this second time around. With this badge, we get the TM for Shadow Ball, which I immediately used to replace Pursuit. After clearing out the Rocket Hideout in Mahogany Town, I took on Chuck at level 52, and at this level, I spammed the A button and Shadow Balled his 2 Pokemon into Oblivion. Jasmine's match could have been problematic since Steel types resist Ghost and Magnemite paralyzed us, but thanks to Nightshade's fixed damage, we got through this match somewhat easily. Without hesitation, I took on Price and disposed of his team easily. With this gym badge, we get the TM for Icy Wind, which Grimmy can learn and will certainly come in handy against Claire's dragons. Before that though, we have yet another rival fight in the Goldenrod Underground, and this one was scary. Golbat confused us, but miraculously we didn't hit ourselves once. Then Magnemite paralyzed us and Haunter put a curse on us, but Grimmy is a champion and busts through all of the status problems for a not so easy victory. I tried my luck at Claire at level 60, and believe it or not, our Shadow Ball actually deals more damage than our Icy Wind to her Dragonairs. We still can't OHKO them even with Shadow Ball, which leads to us getting paralyzed and whittled down, which means I'll have to come back at a higher level when I can one-shot the Dragonairs. I went back in at level 67, and at this level I can one-shot all of her Dragonairs, which is good because Kingdra dealt way more damage to us than I was expecting. Next stop, the Elite Four. But before we can enter the Elite Four, our rival has one more fight against us, and once we got a run where the RNG was on our side, we beat him and grew to level 69. Nice! Here are our stats just outside the Elite Four, and aside from our defenses, these straight up suck, and our moveset doesn't do us any justice either. I wanted a challenge this time around, and I'm certainly getting one with Grimmy. Make your final guesses on whether or not we'll see Duskull in the Johto Hall of Fame. Let's find out. First up in the Elite Four is Will, and despite the typing advantage, we just barely scraped by this match. This should have been our easiest match, and we almost lost. I hate to see what our match against Karen is going to look like. Koga thankfully wasn't a bad fight. He spent the entirety of the match just using stat boosting moves and poisoned us on his last Pokemon, which by then it was too late for it to have a major impact on the battle. Bruno's fight was interesting. Here I was thinking I have immunity from his fighting types, but Hitmonlee packs Foresight on it. I was even more surprised to learn that Foresight affects his entire team, not just Hitmonlee, so Hitmonchan and Machamp could hit me with fighting type moves. But thankfully, our defense pulled us through on this one, and Machamp missed his cross chop, which would have done a number on us. I don't know how, but we beat Karen on our first try. She just refused to attack Grimmy for some reason. I was waiting to be assaulted by feint attacks and crunches, but she didn't even use a single dark type move this whole match, as we got away almost untouched. Thank God. Lance, as always, was a pain in the ass elf, because he kept paralyzing us with his first Dragonite, but in this run, the Gen 2 glitch kicked in, as his Thunder Wave fails. Without the paralysis, Grimmy still struggled, but we make it all the way to his last Dragonite and survive the outrage on 1 HP, allowing us to take him out next turn and place Duskull in the Johto Hall of Fame. Now that was epic. With Grimmy in the Hall of Fame, you know it's not over just yet though, because we have to try our luck at the two Titans Red and Blue. So let's make our way over to Kanto. Blue's fight was going well at first, dropping Pokemon left and right until his Arcanine came out. Arcanine can take a hit and for some reason is the only Pokemon Blue will heal, and because of that we get outmuscled by him and we're forced to grind up Grimmy once more. I went back in at level 92, and at this level we have just enough power to take down his Pokemon, and Blue doesn't opt to heal Arcanine this time around, leaving it wide open for a KO as we breeze through the rest of his team. The final fight against Red is going to be crazy, so I completely switched up our moveset and maxed out our level, and here's what I came up with. Snorlax is the main issue, so I taught Grimmy Toxic and Curse to try and whittle him down. Hopefully, leftovers will be enough for this strategy. As for Venusaur, I have Psychic, and the rest of his Pokemon I'll just spray and pray with Shadow Balls. Let's see if we can defeat Red with this new moveset. Right away, Pikachu is a dirty little rat, as he lowers our attack with Charm and then paralyzes us with Thunder. Out next was Snorlax, and after healing a few times with Rest, our Curse tactic actually works, albeit thanks to some luck from a crit, but he went down. Next out was Venusaur, who would have went down easily if we weren't paralyzed, but he dealt massive damage to us as Charizard came in and finished the fight. This match is going to solely rely on Pikachu, I can tell you that much. I'll keep trying with this strat. Okay, what you're all seeing is my best possible scenario. On this attempt, Pikachu missed his charm as we OHKO him, putting us in a great spot. Snorlax got a special defense drop almost right away and got taken out by a few Psychics, but Venusaur's now the issue. He still outspeeds us and is able to set up the sun, which makes Charizard's flamethrowers too powerful for Duskull to handle. I decided to replace Toxic with Pain Split. It's a move tutor move Duskull can learn as of Gen 7. So let's just say I took a trip to Alola and replaced Toxic with Pain Split. I think between this and Curse, not only will Snorlax go down easier, but we can get some health back from Venusaur and Charizard. This is my last resort, so if I don't win with this moveset, I'm sorry to say it, I gotta throw in the towel. The Curse and Pain Split combo works perfectly, as I can successfully take down Snorlax each time now. The problem is still Venusaur and Charizard, who complement each other too well. I'm not giving up just yet because I think we can get the jump on him with Quick Claw, and that's going to be our way to victory. After several attempts of trying this fight over and over again, I have come to the conclusion that this match is literally impossible without the use of save states. I was able to win with save states, but as Rule 3 of our rule list states, we cannot use glitches or exploits to win this challenge, and save states are considered an exploit in my eyes. I only recorded the save state run just out of my own curiosity. So is it possible to beat Pokemon Gold using only a Duskull? The answer is technically yes, but the odds of you beating Red will never be in your favor. I'm going to put this one down as a loss for Duskull because I personally wasn't able to get the luck needed to defeat Red. I'm just happy to have registered Duskull in the Hall of Fame. I hope you all enjoyed this challenge nonetheless, as it was certainly a challenging one to say the least. For our next impossible challenge, we're heading back to Hoenn to find out if it's possible to win with only a Bound Suite, so if you don't want to miss that challenge, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Also, be sure to leave a like on this video, and if you enjoyed it, write in the comment section down below what your favorite part of today's run was. This has been your boy Rare Boy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace!
Red, white, and blue, yeah, I love this place.
Excuse me, did you just watch this video? You must have if you made it this far into the video. And yet you haven't liked, commented, shared, or subscribed. The Rare Boy working very hard on these videos. Please do the man a favor.